all good to go. Right. Want me to count you down?
Sure, that'll work. Yeah, well, yeah, you can come down and go, so I can just, say what's up. I'm good. All right, everybody, what's up? How is everyone doing? My name is Game Jail 6, more commonly known as Big John, and today we'll be doing a couple of games, starting off with the best isometric experience you can get in a Sonic game. We've got Sonic 3D Blast. In fact, I have to make sure you all see the full thing of this game. This is Sega Genesis here, Mega Drive. Flicky's Island. You gotta watch this real quick. This is the best part. I mean, isn't this just glorious? Look at this high quality frame rate. Forget modern games. This is all you need right here. I mean, behold the glory of Sonic 3D Blast. Alright, so here we go. Let's get it started here. Again, this is going to be the beat the game category. No best ending. There is no Super Sonic, at least not on this version anyway. So we're going to get this going in 3, 2, 1, and I shall go. So here we go. Sonic 3D Blast, the isometric experience that everybody should play at least once or 55 times in their life here, all right? So the way this game works, if for some reason you have never been blessed with the opportunity to play this game, in every level, we have these enemies that are holding flickies inside of them. How they got there, who knows, but they're there. And so every section, we're going to get 5 of the flickies, collect them, go to the little gold ring here, and proceed to the next section. Copy, paste, until we beat the game, basically. All right. So this is our first level, kind of the nice, good music. Again, this has a really good soundtrack, of course, if you can't already hear it. So we're going to pick up a little speed shoes because obviously Sonic is supposed to go fast. We got a little gold shield here. This is our homing shield. This allows us to do some homing attacks right into spikes, apparently, which obviously is effective. And then, of course, for people who love the music, we've got a jam to the invincibility thing. Now, for this particular game, actually is available on different consoles. There is a Saturn version of this game which plays similarly, except the special stages are the big difference here. These special stages in this game are pretty mediocre, at best. In each of the first 5 worlds, somewhere in the acts, you can find Knuckles and Tails. If you give them each 50 rings, you can play a special stage. In the Genesis version, you can actually have 2 emeralds per stage, and you can have all the emeralds very, very quickly in the game. Saturn version, as well as the PC version, you can only get 1 per act. The second one will just give you a 1-up. Yeah, what a reward for a special stage. The ones on Saturn play a lot more like Sonic 2 special stages, whereas these are just... You could probably beat these blindfolded on your 10th try. Let's put it that way, in my opinion. So here we go. Our first section. Now you see the different colored flickies here. They're pretty nice in the beginning. The blue ones, if for some reason you get hit, the blue ones always come towards Sonic. The green ones are on their own agenda, like the purple ones. The red ones become very annoying. They just bounce up in the air. They just bounce and they're really kind of hard to grab sometimes. So you kind of have to kind of gauge where they're going to go. In fact, there's one of those red ones right there. Get us another pair of speed shoes here. Carefully watch that step. I almost got hit there. Life was good. Now, when it comes to the controls of this game, we're playing the Sega Genesis here. So A and C are your jump buttons. You can spin dash. B allows you to roll. So you can actually just roll on the ground, quickly grabbing items, or power up monitors, or killing enemies, all that good stuff. And again, it's kind of just rinse and repeat in this game. I mean, it is amazing though. Now, because we're doing 80%, we aren't getting any of the Chaos Emeralds, so we won't see that super secret final stage. But it's not that secret, I just told you about it. So that's it for Act 2 of Green Grove 2. If you've never heard that track in the clear and the full, go to YouTube. Go to whatever you go to download music legally, of course, and listen to it. It's amazing. So here we go. Our first of our mini Robotnik boss fights, Eggman, whatever your generation calls it. So in this particular boss fight, we have to get him to go low, and we're gonna get him 5 times in total. I'm not sure we have so much variance in the Sonic series between hits. That first hit was a little bit low, so it just kind of bonked off of him. So we're gonna get 4, and that will be it for Green Grove. I'm telling you, man, one thing about Sonic music is it's hard to find a bad song across the whole franchise. You may have some questionable physics, but the music is generally pretty doggone good. Speaking of good music, we're gonna head over to our next zone. We got Rusty Ruins, or Rusty Ruin. There's only one single ruin here. Now, if you see these little Sonic heads in the air, if you get enough of those, you'll actually get to continue, because obviously you'll be so bad at this game you need to actually try again. But so we got Sonic on a spin cycle here. Again, in this particular level, there are a lot of these pillars that need to be destroyed. In fact, you just saw a glimpse of Tails. In fact, let's look at him. What's up, Tails? All right, got things to do. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to go for special stages, you have to actually give them rings. Now, when you give them rings, you lose the rings you have. It leaves you vulnerable. So you have to be a little careful. You can always drop off rings at any given time and come back to the characters in case you don't have them all. Pretty nice in case you kind of don't have a shield or something like that. We're definitely at spin cycle here. Grab this one. Again, 5 per stage. You notice that in the earlier levels, we only had 2. Uh-oh, there goes that fire shield. Who needs it anyway? We only had 2 sections. As the game gets longer, some of them have 3, some of them only have 1 single section. Now this part is a little tedious here because you have to not get hit, because you actually need to maintain his spinning all the way through those little rocks there. And then we can finish this and go to our 3rd section. Now this though was actually a little tricky because in some of the areas, Knuckles or Tails could be hidden behind a wall, and you actually will need to have that spin cycle, that spin motion, in order to break these walls. In fact, Knuckles is behind that wall. You see him? Look, let's show you. See? Who needs game fact? I just showed you what to do. So you actually have to spin dash and break down that wall first, and then go back with the tornado whirl, and then go up and see him. A little involved, but you can get it done. By the way, if you have any question about this game, ask me, and I may or may not answer you. I'm telling you. All right, Act 2. And of course, just like kind of since Sonic 3, you know, we have unique songs for each act. So it's pretty awesome music. Good way to fill up your first generation iPod, right? We're gonna go, oh man, the snooker shot did not work, man. And of course, speaking of good music, let's jam. Oh, wow, maybe I should actually grab our flicker here first. So obviously, no surprise, invincibility. Making it a lot easier to grab these flickies. Not worry about the abundance of spikes and stuff in this level. How is this game so good? Man, for once, don't ask Miyamoto because he don't know nothing about this one. So here we go. Again, we need to keep those in place. Here, don't fall. If you fall, the game crashes. No, it doesn't. But you have to. You actually get put backwards a little part of the level and have to kind of backtrack here. There's a secret right here. Wow. Nice roll, bruh. Alright, so we got 3. We're going to get 1 over here. Pick up a little speed shoe action. Because obviously we got to go fast. It's Sonic. Now, there is a ROM hack of this that has come out a little bit not too long ago called the Director's Cut, where the actual developer actually fixed a lot of things with the game. Some of the lagginess. Sonic is a little bit faster. You have to work much harder to get Chaos Emeralds because you only can get 1 per zone now. Oh, baby, a double. And also adds an ability for Supersonic. Now, even though there was actually a ROM hack that came out years ago that actually gave Supersonic option, so it's a pretty cool addition. Now, it does make the game a little bit longer because now there's like an overworld map and things like that. But again, you can always give it a try. It was made by the original developer, so you really can't go wrong with a dev that actually makes a remake to his own game, eh? Sonic is not doing that. This is not Ballerina. 100% will probably add, every special stage will probably take you about, I see about another 45 seconds here. Now, if I do this goodly, we can do some early hits here. That'll work. So we can actually kill them all in that first cycle, but I don't want to get embarrassed and die on the boss. All right, that was pretty doggone good considering I get 3 and a 2. That hitbox is like that whole wall, basically. It's the biggest hitbox in Sonic, probably. Of course, the additional time for getting the rings, obviously. All right, you all, we should be like the last runner and take off that blue, maybe to make this less hideous on your eyeballs. But this game is quite colorful in the level design, and it's not much better than Saturn. Note to self, just because the system is a higher bit doesn't mean we should use every color in the Crayola box when we make our level designs. So this is going to be our equivalent of our carnival, casino, whatever level you want to kind of call it from like the Sonic level. It's always one of these kind of levels. We're definitely going to take advantage of our gold shield here. Again, making it very, very easy to grab and kill our enemies because we can home into them. All of them except this one up here. The pufferfish. You can only hit him when his spikes are retracted inside of him. Even if you're invincible, you cannot kill him until the spikes are retracted. I did not die in 1-1 on this one. Another jam session. Let's go. Work harder, not smarter, eh? Alright, so these little sections, you can go back through these. You can see these little gate sections. You can go backwards in case you kind of forget your flickies or something, or you don't know whether you are at all in the first place. Alright, we're going to speed up here a little bit. I said we're going to speed up here a little bit. Thank you very much. Again, kind of crazy on this level because of all the isometricness, and boy, it's something to watch, I'll tell you that. So we're going to go bop him. We're going to wait for him. He's going to expand. Gotta wait. Alright, listen for the sound of him being acquired, and that will be it for this level. Just head home and jump on the ring. Oh, wait. I have missed a flicky. Well, see, I was just trying to see if you all were paying attention. See that annoying red one that just sits there and bounces back and forth and back and forth? Yeah. The red ones are not fun when you lose them. Especially when we get to our volcano level. If you don't have a fire shield, all of them can be quite annoying, but especially the red ones. Alrighty. More bouncy. Kind of cool thing about this game is that you hear a lot of recycled sounds from, say, Sonic 2 and 3 in this one. I wonder why. Alright, we're going to go up here and get a little shield here. It's pretty nice to have a shield in this game just because when you get hit, your flickies bounce around all over the place. And plus, don't you look cute with a little shield around them? Oh, a little personal shield. Alright, we got one more flicky in this section. And of course, it's going to make our life a little bit easier. Nice, that was the best spin dash ever. We can use the momentum to kind of just bounce off the wall. Grab this last one and we out. So we're going to go down here to the bottom corner of this zone to get this gold shield. There's another one ahead in the next area, but just have it now, be done with it. Alright, so we got a little speed shoe action. By the way, let's show you what... Look at them. Did you see a glimpse of Knuckles there? Tails and Knuckles are sitting side by side. I guess he just didn't figure out where to put them at, so we just put them right on top of each other. You can only bounce off some of these springs here for some reason. I don't know why, but... Alright, here we go. More jam session. Just jump over this. Wow, look at the vision here. Yeah, this is enough to get you motion sick, honestly. With some of these jumps here. As you can see, I just went right through that enemy, even though I'm invincible. There's something about Sonic games that just irks me when you're invincible and you still can't kill an enemy. I don't... Ugh. Alright, so we're going to take advantage of this homing shield we have here. Now, even though he was attracted, this part right here, this whole up and left, is so much easier than it actually appears. Even in isometric world. Alright, two more. We're going to do a homing shield. Here's the one that's a little scary. This one right here. Because there are spikes that can just turn you into a shish kebab there. But life is good. Alrighty, that's it for Spring Stadium 2. So we're going to move on to our boss level. Again, 3 acts per zone. Kind of like traditional Sonic 1. Now this boss is annoying. Well, most of them aren't exactly your friends. So on this boss, we're gonna go up here. Let's see if we can get some hits here. Oh, look at those hitboxes. So this boss is kind of one of those like, he hits you and then he just kind of runs away like a fool and then he comes back. Like, someone took my stuff. So we're trying to speed up this fight by kind of going up here. Good luck in trying to time your hitboxes. Again, very, very annoying trying to hit this boss. But if we need one more hit here. We'll just wait for him to come down here. This is one of those games where it's kind of like Atari bosses. The more and more you play, the faster and faster it goes until eventually you just can't perform the inputs. So you'll see a lot of these bosses like this where they just get faster and faster until you get all the hits in. All right, let's go to our cool level. Ha ha ha, funny humor. So for some reason in this game, even though you can jump on them and still take damage, you can actually spin dash and destroy spikes in this game. Speaking of destroying, here's the worst enemy in this game right here. He looks calm, but you know, he basically has the contra spread going on when he tries to attack you. But and not to mention the Flicky is frozen inside of it, and if you're not careful, especially in the second act, oh my goodness, Brett, please. When you actually roll into it, the ice can actually fall on you and crush you and kill you. No bueno. So you gotta be a little careful. It's a little bit safer to just jump on them. We have a little auto scroller here to jam to the music for a bit. Now, if you notice, you can't actually go backwards through this particular section. Some of the ice on the ground, there's little areas that look like they're a little frozen ice pool or something. You can actually jump on those, break them, and go back to the previous areas. So especially if you need to drop some emeralds, some rings off to Knuckles or Tails or something, you can use those shortcuts to go back to previous parts of the level. Brad, come on now. I know you want to get away here. All right, so we have to kind of jump up here. If you actually go backwards all the way to the end of this snow water, if you want to call it, the snow river, that's where Tails is hiding out. Way down there, or is it Knuckles? One of the two knuckleheads. Alrighty, here we go. Isometric experience here. So we got all these snowmen in the way. We don't care about them. We care about him though. Get over here. Thank you. Alright, gotta be a little careful there. Those little purple things can freeze you, and of course, when you get frozen, you have no control. That was a little risky there. Alright, few more left here. Just gonna roll. There's a shortcut right here. That is one of the air. Oh man! It just bopped me for free. Now, if you look in the bottom right corner of the screen, that shows you the Flicky. By the way, easiest life in the game. So when you see a little Flicky icon, it lets you know how many you've actually found and whatnot. So in case you're short, you can kind of look down there real quick to see how many you need, as well as how many have been freed. Alrighty, this is my track right here. I love this track. Little remix on the first act. Wow, nice bounce. Alright, so here we go. Rinse and repeat. Not too much different from the previous level. We got a little more frosty action here. Get this one right here. We'll spin dash. You can spin dash through those spikes, except I let go of my button before I cleared the second one, so rip the shield. It's nice to see that the chat is nice and frosty here. Everybody's on the puns. Oh, listen to this music, you know. It's so good. So you can see the effectiveness of this gold shield here. I don't have to worry about that three-way attack, that attack from the snowman. I can just jump high enough and just bop him on the dome piece. A little more comfy music here. Alright, as we get through this section, we got our next section here. We're going to take care of these. You might have seen a glimpse of Knuckles there. You can see it. It's just so much easier to have this. This is the one that can kill you very often if you're not careful. Alright. Whoa, that was quite a fall there. Again, the purple ones run away from you, so they aren't the friends. They're like a little scared little animal that's like, ah, don't touch me, but you're trying to only help them, of course. All right, yo, so our nice little chill Diamond Dust Act 2 is done, and now, of course, we go to our boss. if you haven't noticed already, we do have alternating boss themes between the even and odd number acts, or zones, should I say. You don't see that too often in a lot of Sonic games. You know, having an alternate theme. You know, you got your alternate theme like your Knuckles theme from, say, Sonic 3 versus playing on S3 and K together, but pretty interesting design for a person like me who really enjoys some really good VGM music. Was that video game music? Yeah, it's kind of like Common Access card for all my military. Look at there. Got frozed. So again, this isn't one of those bosses where just kind of just hit him, run away, wait. He goes faster. He drops a Frosty. He moves faster. He goes down. You jump on him. Rinse and repeat until you get all the hits in. Amazing quality boss design. Kind of interesting how Sonic games, you know, Sonic games are really good, but sometimes the bosses are just like, what? Alrighty, so that is it. So you're gonna have to cool it out with your ice jokes here. Alrighty, shall we heat things up in Volcano Valley? Even more humor and more reason for you all to tell bad puns in chat now. Alright, so a Volcano Valley level. This is a level where Fire Shield is a lot more beneficial, obviously. But for now, we're gonna just use the invincibility and just not to worry about anything. So the fire obviously is damaging. Oh boy. Very nice to have this. We're going to take advantage of the Fire Shield in the next act especially. Alright, that's it for the first section. I have to be a little careful here because you can actually get hit in iframes right in this section. And you have to kind of find the little tube here. The other 4 are fire, so if you're not good, you're going to end up taking damage. And if you fall down the pipe, yeah, you have to kind of backtrack. So we're going to take that shield right now for the heck of it. By the way, the lava. I was waiting for you all to give it. I mean, that was like the easiest one you all can mention right there. All right, here we go. You're going to see this section kind of repeated a little later in the game, but. All right, so here we go. There's a fire shield that you can get in that center block in that little 5-block pattern. You just want to get over this right here. You know what? Just to show you some of the quality game design here, let me point out something to you. We're going to grab these speed shoes. How about that? Because obviously, you want to make sure we get to the end of the level very quickly. And look, there's the end of the level. Not really sure why they're speed shoes right there. That's kind of like Hilltop Zone Act 1 in Sonic 2. You've got that checkpoint right at the end of the level, probably just for the sake of getting a Chaos Emerald, but Here we go, Act 2. Another pretty good theme here. We're gonna just go through this wall here. Grab our invincibility, making life so much easier. There's 2. We're gonna roll here perfectly and get this. Nice. Just head over this very steep hill. Now, speaking of steep hills in this game, you would think that Sonic can just easily just spin dash up these hills. Oh, nah, that's too easy. So some of these hills, you actually have to bounce off the intended springs or bounce off certain platforms versus what you would naturally want to do and just spin dash up it. All right, there's our 5th Flicky. And to our next section. So, of course, we have a fire shield now, so we don't have to worry about any fire threats. Again, that's kind of similar to the previous part there. So we're going to roll and get this guy. Well, I thought it was anyway. You got to be careful. You can actually get squished by these platforms. You see these platforms in a variety of Sonic games, especially the handheld ones. So we're going to grab these. Grab one more right here. And we've got one more, and then we're going to be done with this and move over to our final act in this zone. Again, one more place a spin dash up here. If I get this jump here. Oh, missed it. So you actually jump off that as soon as you spin dash off of. It's kind of hard to grab it exactly, but you know, that's good enough. So here we go. Act 3, our next boss. Now this boss can be a little frustrating because it requires a little bit of good placement. So what I want to do is jump right here, wait for him to come down, then we're gonna just hold diagonal and just kind of keep our diagonal hill. Forget anything else. Just hold down and right. Hold down and right. Hold down and right. That's the goal. Hold down and right. That's the goal. Yeah, see, when you got thick fingers, sometimes you think you're pressing down and right and you're actually pressing every D-pad direction at the same time. All right, let's go. Gene Gadget Act 1. This is where the game gets a little bit more serious. Again, we still have to hunt down these ever so loving flickies. And of course, this level was a little bit of a troll at times because as you approach the end of the level, there are some of these elevators we take. And sometimes if we take the wrong one, you're going to actually lose progress and have to play the level, repeat parts of the level again. Towards the end, if you don't actually have all the flickies, it actually puts you back to the very first section of the act, which is not fun. By the way, here comes this, well, we don't have to worry about it. This one is kind of annoying because of him floating in the air. It's a very easy level to kind of lose your perception when you're playing it because you're over the flickies are flying in the air. You can barely see your shadow to kind of gauge your reference. Now here we go. So here's a fun one to hit right here. Good stuff here. We'll get you later. All right, that'll work. There's all 5. Alrighty, so we go to our last section here. A little mouse here. Grab this one. I said we'll grab this one. Again, you can go back in this area. We don't have any more chance to get Knuckles now in these levels. That's it. However, in the director's cut that was redone for this game, there is now the opportunity to grab a Chaos Emerald in this stage. This is the troll one. This right here, that little pause right there. If for some reason you don't have all the flickies, you get sent back to the first section of the entire zone and have to make your way all the way to the last again. Very, very frustrating. If you're kind of playing it for the first time and just kind of looking for the enemies. Alrighty, Act 2. So I got a little slight variation of the music here. We're gonna grab our shield here. Always nice to be safe. Now this is a level that can be frustrating to anybody that plays this game. We have this enemy sitting down here. You notice that little blue opening? That's kind of the shameful door, because this level we have flickies that are very, very scattered out, but it's a very, very interesting sloped area. And you don't really want to fall down there, but I'm going to try to just play this a little bit differently. We're actually going to grab this one first. And what I want to do is actually make my way back up. Now, some players take the... Yeah, who wants to do isometric platforming? Not I. Now, the worst part is if you lose your flickies, they can actually end up going down a very steep hill. Whoa, man. You all don't realize. Let me go find Argit. That is so frustrating. If you get hit down that slope, you have to go all the way around. If your flickies are bouncing around, you actually have to wait for them to come down the slide on the second time to grab them, usually. And not fun. All right, so we have this interesting section here. Yeah, thanks, dude. Oh boy, get over here. Now, this is the scary one right here. This one's kind of not in the best spot here. Just want to kind of get you and get the heck up out of there. All right, so this part is going to skip all that stuff. Roll, get the last flicky. Well, next to last. Now, one more fun jump across the air. We're just going to come over here and just get bodied. So you cannot jump when you're floating in the air. You have to wait till you actually hit the ground. Of course, now we got to play Collectathon with flickies. We're still short one. There's the green one. So again, you can see it kind of be a little frustrating because you just have to kind of just float around the air like you're hang gliding or something. But nevertheless, that is the end of Act 2. And we move on to our boss. So you may as well call this boss an auto-scroller because there's nothing you can do to speed up this fight, not whatsoever. So we just sit here and watch him just get his lean on back and forth, back and forth. Eventually he'll come down, get a hit, and of course, look at this amazing physics. Look at that. The balancing act is just impeccable. So whatever frame you land on, you just stay in that. If you don't press any input. Gotta love that. And we await. Let's see what... There we go. By the way, Sonic is apparently skipping leg day in this game. He needs to figure out what's going on. Maybe take some knuckle strikes from Sonic Boom and maybe work on his leg game. It might be 2 pixels. But man, no leg games whatsoever here. Alright, so again, just kind of rinse and repeat here. And I think we have 1 more hit. Or maybe it's 2. There you go. More balancing act. Again, not much going on in this boss fight. Very, very basic boss fight considering how far into the game you are. Legs are overrated. Besides, Sonic was meant to roll anyway, so who needs legs? Do you really need a leg to roll? You just need like an upper body, I guess. Alright, for those who have played Sonic Adventure, this may be a familiar track to you. Twinkle Park, yo. Now, this is the last level with Flickies. In fact, in this level, all the Flickies are actually stuck in, they're captured in these little containers scattered throughout the level. We had to hit that switch there to actually flip that conveyor belt to go the way we need it to go. Another fun part of the game here, you can't spin dash up it. Oh, of course, I get hit by that one little thing. There you go. Welcome to Twinkle Park. Alright, so we already know what these things are. We're going to grab this one. Did I just like clip? I don't know. Again, a couple of paths to go here. A lot of troll doors. There are more elevators here than you actually need. And some of them do make you lose progress, like the one to my left right now. One more over here. Gotta be a little careful here. It's a very nasty platform. And we're going to head to this elevator. Carefully grab this invincibility coming up. Then for some reason we have to go hit this switch. And then we just jam to the theme. Look at this amazing speed run here. Look how fast I'm going. Whoa, motion blur. So this particular act only has 1 section in it. And that's it. There's only 1 section. Very, very short. So that's it for Flickies, you all. So if you're here for the Flickies, you may leave now. No, please don't leave, but there are no more Flickies to be found. And now we get the good music. This is where stuff gets real. I must say, this is one of those things that really makes you feel like the game is, you know, coming to its closure. So again, there are no Flickies. This is just get to the end. But we're going to go a little faster to the end, shall we? So we're going to hook this turn. Listen to that jam, yo. Yeah, I'm going race car like I'm 7 again. Crazy jump off. Run around the corner. Keep it going. Oh, there's an interesting structure right there. Hook this turn right here. Now, here comes the worst part of the entire game. This is the worst part. So, this looks like very simple, but sometimes you can jump on this platform and just go right through it. And of course, you can't spin dash up it or nothing. Alright, worst part of the game is over. Now the game is free. You can get hit here by this enemy if you're not careful. We're going to grab the shield here, because this part is nearly impossible to get through without taking damage. Okay, just forget what I just said. We'll just go up his nose and the level's over. Alrighty then. Piece of cake. Alright, you all, if you're going for bad ending, this is our final act, our final zone. We have a 3-phase boss fight to kill Dr. Robotnik Eggman, whatever he wants to be identified as today. So the first phase is to kind of just keep these things stunned. Basically, jabate them. And not to kill me. Then repeat for the second part. For the second one, just kind of stand there. I said stand there. Hey, bro, don't do that. This is probably the harder one, if you want to call it hard at all. Now we just stand here and fall down to the second section. Now this section is our fire part. They're going to alternate back and forth, left and right. So we're just going to hit and just kind of run, kind of doop-doop-doo, and doop-doop-doo, back to the other side, and do this until we get 4 hits on each arm. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I went through that fire, but who's really paying attention? Let me turn off my my game genie right quick. And of course, here comes our fourth hit. On the left side or right side, depending on what you're talking about. And there we go, our last section. So our last section has these bouncing blue balls, but if you time it right, you won't see any. So kind of just learn the timing here and just kind of jump right over the blue. And again, 4 hits on each side. Time will end on the 8th successful hit. This is perfect so far. Oop, jinxed it. Hey, will we have no blue balls here? That'd be pretty cool. Wow. Oh man, could we do this completely blue ball? Time is on the last hit. Oh, look at there, that's it. So that's about as good as that fight gets. No blue balls. Hit them early enough and that's the end of the game right there. There we go, and now we see the dramatic ending to this game here. Man, look at that blistering 1 frame per 6 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, they're the flickies, they're back. Of course, that's not exactly how many I saved, but there you go. Alrighty, yo, so that is Sonic 3D Blast right there. Again, this was the bad ending category. There is one additional stage called the final fight. Final zone. It's the final. I know that it's the final. And you only play that level if you get all the emeralds. There is no Super Sonic in the original game, but there are some ROM hacks that you can legally obtain if you want to experience the Super Sonic incarnation of them. But yeah, that's it. Sonic 3D Blast. Again, you can play this as a Saturn version, which also plays similarly. Much more challenging and fun special stages. Maybe we'll play that one day, the Saturn version. Considering the Saturn probably has a little bit more value than the PS1 Classic right now. Oops, did I say that out loud? Anyways. So, coming up next, we have, we do have a ROM hack coming up, actually. We've got Super Mario Land 2 DX. A redo of the original Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go right into it or not, but
you can go ahead and get set up. I actually have quite a few donations to read if you don't mind.
Oh, let's do them. Donation time.
All right. I have a $10 donation from Aridin. There's no comment. I have $20 from V Valerie. Shout out to all of my fellow trans girls out there. You're strong and beautiful, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I have $160 from 8-Bit Theologian. The Trevor Project may be all about saving lives, but that doesn't apply to the animals. Save those frames. And thanks to all the organizers and runners who make this incredible event possible. I have $50 from Hey with no comment. And I have $5 from Level Up Leo. Came to watch Conkel's SA2B run, sticking for the charity and speed runs. Thank you guys so much for your donations, and I want to remind you that all of the donations go to benefit the Trevor Project. If you want to find out more about them, you can check out their website in the panels below the stream, or you can do ! charity, and that will give you the link to their website also. Haha, I have a $10 donation from A Silent Harmony. What can I say? Great people, great charity. Looking forward to the rest of the event this weekend.